Is this what your rank lobby sound like?
It's time to say sayonara. But I don't speak Italian!
In this video, we will cover the best agents for every map in Valorant. So whether you're a new player or an existing one learning to play controller, shout out to you, and let's get started in the video. Just in case you guys are in a rush, I've included timestamps to every map for you in the description below, including my TikTok if you want to check it out. I post more personal content there. And please stick around at the end of this video for an important message, which is a lesson I wish I had when I started playing controller. And so for the first map, we have Ascent. Now on Ascent, I personally really love to use Astra because of her post-ban ability and ability to pull back her smokes. Omen comes in a close second because of his blind, followed by Brim. He's really good because of his molly, post-ban ability, and his ult. I'll be showing you the Omen blind that got booster or assists on the first round. The play starts with Fnatic playing retake on A. Sova scans tree with KJ, but Chat pushes up mid. This is to make sure that there are no lurks going through mid and gives them an ease of mind that no one is lurking. Once the lurk is clear, everyone regroups and goes up to heaven, with Bolster getting ready to blind Hell. KO then knives Hell to see if there are any players near, and he scans too, while Omen smokes main. Simultaneously, KO throws his molly on the right side and Omen blinds the whole Hell. This leads to Sky getting paranoid and mollied at the same time, which gets them a kill. After this, both Sova and KJ waterfall from heaven and get a pick from Viper, while KO holds from main. They triple peek Jet Hell, get a pick, and get Omen as well. This leaves KJ smoked out in main.
Fragment Nade going to be clearing a part of that one, and now here comes the waterfall right down and out. Fragment Nade finds it, and a fight's being taken. Fnatic laying claim to the map, laying claim to the site. It's all down to this. Less with the most to do, trying to spam it and poster starting things up. Man's gonna need a security detail with attempts like that.
All three of these agents are useful, so find who you like the most. Next up is Bind. Brim is the best controller to use because of his triple smoke. Especially when pushing A, it's important to smoke both box and heaven. Viper is also good here, but there's only one problem. In low elo, it's very rare to see double controllers play. And the thing about Viper is that she only has one wall and one orb. So for example, if you and your team are pushing B long and you wall both elbow and CT and no one has control of hookah, or everybody dies in hookah, the best thing to do is to rotate through TP. However, because you threw down your wall, you only have a smoke orb left. So this is the only problem. Bind is a very rotation heavy map. Both attackers and defenders rotate easily, so you're going to need all the smokes you have. Run Viper. In the rare occurrence, you have double controller. Alright, next up we have Breeze. Opposite to Bind, this map is huge and has many lines of sight, which is good for Viper. Arbor is also usable here, but the only problem I have with him is on defense. It is much harder to hold down a site because you only have a cascade. I would rather take a Viper molly and your smoke orb. It takes up so much chip damage and it doubles the damage whenever you shoot a person. So Viper is an easy pick. Next up we have Fracture, and Brim is the king of this hill. Fucking lame, bro. Brim is the best controller for this map because again of his triple smokes. Also because his ult is very good for retakes. Also post-ban ability and his molly lineups. Viper is also useful here, but again, similar to Bind, on offense, once your wall's down, it's down. You're not getting it back up. Next up is Haven. I love this map, and Omen is the best controller to use on this map. What makes Omen so good here is his Q ability. You could go through A long and blind Cubby for your duelist, or if you're coming up from C long, you can blind 2 logs and close right. Basically, Omen is really good here because of his blind and his one-way smokes as well. Astra is also useful here, and personally my favorite to use because of her ability to pull back smokes and her post-ban ability, followed by Brim. The only thing hard about Brim is his iPad is pretty small, so you're going to have to walk if you're going to smoke C, if you're playing A, and if you're lurking, you're gonna have to get a little closer to smoke either A or C. So that's the only thing bad about him, but he's still useful. All three of these are useful, just choose who you like the most. Next up, Icebox, and again, Viper dominates this map. It's a much bigger map. However, Icebox is in reworks right now, and hopefully with the reworks, we get to see a bigger agent pool for this map. Next up is the new map Lotus, and honestly, I've tried every controller in this map, and the only two that I like is Omen and Brim. Omen is good because the map is generally smaller, so his blind has so much value, and Brim is pretty good here too because his smokes are bigger, which makes smoking A a little better. Next up is Pearl, and we have Astra. Astra obviously is really good here because of her ability to pull back smokes. You can easily peek B main, or you could even fake it. Also, Harbor is really good in this map. I didn't like him at first, but the thing with Pro is B is the easiest site to push because it's so much harder to hold as a defender, and B long control is so easy to take with Harbor because of his cascade. Pair that with a Skyblind, it's so hard for the defenders to hold that. Also, Harbor's ult is very good here, either for retake or when attacking the site. Then again, Viper's really useful to use here only if you're running double controller. Last but not least, we have Split. Similar to Haven, because of his blind, you can have so much plays with Omen that you can pair with either Raze or Jet. For example, when attacking, you can set up a play from B link to blind the whole B tower, communicating to your duelist, either a Raze or a Jet, to push after you blind B tower. It's a really good and simple strat. They can't dodge the blind, they either have to push mid or get blinded, and those odds are for you. Omen is also followed up by Astra. I personally like to use Omen here, but whatever you like the most, do it. But Omen and Astra dominate this map. Now just remember, just because these are quote-unquote the best agents to play, doesn't mean you have to force yourself to play these agents. Play who you're most comfortable with. For example, the best NBA shooters don't have the same form. Stephen Curry has a 1 motion form, and Kevin Durant has a 2 motion form, but they are still considered 2 of the greatest offensive players currently in our generation. So please, don't be so hard on yourself and look for the perfect cookie cutter solution. Do it your own way, do the hard work, and persevere, and I promise you, you will succeed. And I'm not only talking about the game. Well, that concludes the video. I hope you learned something new. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to be notified for future videos. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and good luck in your games.